All right, we've got a lot to cover tonight, and we're going to start in Santa Fe, where the debate over what to do with some controversial statues got really heated tonight. And perhaps you're thinking, well, this has got to involve the obelisk protesters tore down back in 2020.
Not quite, though. Instead, tonight's drama is tied to the growing outrage over a pair of statues that could soon be coming out of storage.
See, people are battling over the violent history these two statues represent and how Santa Fe city leaders want to tell those stories.
Our own Griffin Rushton joins us from Santa Fe tonight, where city councilors got an earful about their new plan to bring those statues back. Griffin.
Yeah, they sure did, and one can argue that was always going to be the case. Santa Fe is one of the oldest cities in North America, and it has a complicated history still dividing residents today. And it seems these two statues represent that divide. The one on the left side of your screen immortalizes the Pueblo revolt runners Catua and Amtua, whose execution ignited the deadly Pueblo revolt of 1680. The one on the right is Diego de Vargas, the Spanish governor who led the so-called bloodless reconquest of New Mexico 12 years later. Santa Fe city leaders removed the de Vargas statue from a city park back in 2020 amid nationwide protests of controversial historical figures. All this while the Pueblo runner statue sat in storage waiting for its public debut. 4 years later, Santa Fe city leaders and Tesuque Pueblo leaders have a new plan to bring both statues back at the same time. They do have a connected history after all, but several residents made it clear tonight they are not on board with this.
You're going to honor those type of people? Shame on you for doing that.
What is the city's fascination with keeping the memory of violence and the subjugation of indigenous peoples alive?
This statue of the Native American runners represented a massacre. It was a massacre.
Can we maybe one day let the genocidal era of Spanish colonialism die so that indigenous people can finally heal?
Who would you rather be colonized by? Christians or Aztecs?
Clearly, there are some strong opinions out there, but most speakers at tonight's governing body meeting criticized plans to keep those statues separate. According to the city's proposal, the de Vargas statue would be displayed inside the New Mexico History Museum, which requires an admission fee, while the Pueblo runner statue would be installed inside the Santa Fe Convention Center, which is free to the public.
If we put Don Diego de Vargas behind walls and a paywall, and we put the runners in the public, one of my concerns is that some angry people out there, and there's a lot of them, there's a lot of tension out there, could attempt to deface the runners, okay, and vandalize that statue. And I would hate to see that happen. But I think the energy is there for somebody to do it.
Now, city and Pueblo leaders say their plan is meant to acknowledge both controversial histories and move forward as a unified community. But several speakers tonight said that's just not what's going to happen, and they urged city leaders to slow down.
We need to be honest, and we need to do our best to understand and have real conversations about this. And I would recommend that we put the statues together. They're offensive to one or many people, no matter what.
Santa Fe city leaders only introduced this resolution tonight, but the governing body is expected to vote on it just 2 weeks from now. Mayor Alan Weber has said that the plan here is to get both of these statues displayed sometime this summer. That's if everything goes according to plan. Tessa, Trevor?
Griffin, thanks. And I think you said it at one point, there's never going to be a perfect solution here.
Right. You knew there was going to be strong opinions on both sides of that issue.